So missing out on Cars and Coffee, missing out on drag racing this weekend, and I missed out on our first little A&W car show last night. So here it is. Got nothing else to do. I might as well work on the truck a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and fix some of the sags in the clear coat because this is my first time shooting any kind of paint, much less base clear. So, sounds like something that interests you? Stick around. So I am not a painter. This is my first go at bodywork and paint. I was actually pretty happy with my finished result. Now I know you can see sand scratches and whatnot, but my only real concern is those little clear coat sags. And if you look right along up this whole, oh, I guess you can't really see it the way that light is, but anyway, that one that you can see right there, that's just the first of many here. Now what I'm going to do, I already, between my son and I, we already fixed one. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to this one. I'm just going to show you how I went about it, and hopefully this one turns out like the last one because I was really impressed with the finished product. Now hopefully you're going to be able to see this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this razor blade and I'm going to knock down as much of the drip as I can. Now, because it's on a curve like this, I've got to be really careful, but fortunately these blades do actually conform a little bit to the body. Now I'm just got to be super careful not to take too much. Now, if you see, the blade does a really good job of kind of the initial leveling out of it, trying to concentrate just on the high spot of the drip, and it's going to work on just this one tiny little wee area, and hopefully it's going to turn out like I said as well as the other side did, because the other side turned out awesome. Oh, I fucked it up, Hayden.
What was that?
I fucked it up.
Oh.
I cut a chunk out of the paint. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to get really good at patching in clear because fuck me. I got too greedy with the blade trying to. I should have been done, but I. Now I'll show you right here what not to do. See right here, I got way too aggressive with the blade trying to nip off the head of the run, and I actually dug the clear coat right out of there, right down to the base. So this might all just be for practice. I may have to clear coat this entire fender, or hopefully I'm going to try and just patch it in, but we'll see. I'm not sure how the hell that's going to go. Anyway, we're learning here. I moved up a little bit further. You can see where that run was. And what I'm doing is I'm sanding through it with 400, and this is a piece of paint stick with some 400 glued to it, and it actually works really nice for knocking that down. I'll keep after this, and hopefully I can maybe smooth this piece out without screwing it up like that first one. Now here's the same paint stick idea but this has actually got 800 paper on it. So we'll give her the next go with the 800 paper. Now, the next thing I'm going to use is just a piece of 1000 paper. I don't have this on a stick or anything, just because I want it to conform as much as I can to what's there, and just get after the sanding scratches and start the polishing process here. Starting to look really nice, and I'm pretty sure this is going to polish up real good. Now the next step is going to be this 2000 paper. Same thing as 1000, just the next step up. Okay, there's 1,000, and I'm gonna see what some polish is gonna do for this. Now this is what I'm using for the final two polishing steps. The main reason I chose this is because Mother's usually has good stuff, and this is what was available in the store when I went to look. So we're going to start with this step 1 pure polish, and then we're going to rub that through with a nice wool rag on a polisher. And then we'll go to step 2 with micro polishing glaze. It worked out really well on the first one, so I'm hoping it's going to work good on this one too. First step of polish doesn't look too bad. You can still see sanding scratches, but the key is, yes, some of those are from this, but some of them were there before. Unfortunately, when I was doing these fenders, I was in a big ass rush, and you could see sanding scratches through my clear coat right after I shot it, which kind of pissed me off a little bit. But anyway, this whole thing's a big learning deal for me, so bear with me. Let's see what step 2 polish does for us. So here we go with step 2 polish. Now, I don't know if I need to or not, but what I'm doing is I'm actually changing out my wool pad for step 1 and step 2 polish. I've only got one polisher, which whatever. So I'm just, these are real nice, easy Velcro on, Velcro off polisher pads. So that's what I've decided to do, is I'm just using a different wool pad for the two different types of polish, because I don't know, cross-contamination or whatever. Makes sense to me anyway. So there you go. It actually polished up really nice. Now, I'm not necessarily going to say that's done, but that's what I'm going to do to all the different runs. I actually got quite a few runs when I was spraying this thing. That's what I'm going to do to all the runs. And what I'm going to end up doing over the whole body of this truck is I'm going to hit it with 1,000. Maybe I'll just hit it with 2,000 wet, and use the 2 levels of polishing compound. It actually looks far better than it did straight off the gun. There's just that little wee tiny bit of orange peel before. And if you look, you can see like right along here where I didn't polish, it's definitely different. But if I give this a little more polish and I even it all out, I think I'm going to be really happy with that paint. Now this is the first one that I did, and it turned out really nice. Like I said, I mean, I got to finish polishing the whole truck, but geez, you know, from what it was and those runs that were here, this side was definitely worse than the other side when I started out with it. But other than me, as long as I can keep myself from stop gouging through the freaking clear coat, I should be just fine. And I think this is going to turn out really good. So look what I found in my stash. I got some 3000. It's actually like hook and loop round paper for my polisher, but I don't give a crap. It's 3000 grit, and I'm going to hit this with this 3000 wet, of course. And then I'm going to try polishing it again just to see what, if any, difference it makes. Well, the camera shut off, but that's after the 3000 and just the first stage of polish. And I haven't wiped that off or anything. So I think that 3000 is going to make a huge difference in this whole situation. After doing this, I'm definitely hitting the whole truck with the buffing paper and the polish. It just really brings the paint out super nice. Just got to quit causing screw ups. Well, there you go. Is it perfect? No. But the run is gone, and it looks really good to me. I'm super happy with the way this is happening, and I'm so glad that I'm not going to have to scuff down this whole friggin' truck and reshoot all the clear. As far as fixing up my runs, that's how I'm going to do it. Really happy with the way this is turning out. Ever since I saw these sags in this clear coat, I've been kind of just thinking about it and sick about it and not happy. But you know what? I'm 100% confident now. I'm going to be able to fix this and make it look really good. My only downside is that frickin' chip, and I can't blame anybody but myself. The upside is I do have another spot where I moved the fender before I should have, and the paint was still super soft, and I put a chunk in that too. So what that means is I'm gonna have to, I guess, make another little video of my attempt to sand those down, recolor coat them, and I don't know if it's possible, but I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to clear just a small area and blend it in. Now, the way this has gone, I'm super confident that I should be able to do that. But like I say, I'm not a body guy, and we're learning as we go. So if it works, it's going to work. If it doesn't work, it's not going to work. But anyway, worst case scenario, I'll have to re-clear the two front fenders, because I'm committing to myself that we're not going to screw these up anymore, and we're not going to create any more chips like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed watching. See you around.